Yeah, we're just talking about COVID stories and stuff. Yeah. Hello, Miss Croft.
Hello.
So this is episode 285 of the Infra-Red podcast.
Yes.
And you are a little superstar here in Perth by the looks of it.
Try to be.
And you've had a very, very big career as well.
Yeah.
By the looks of it as
Yeah.
well. So tell me a little bit about yourself and music and what you do.
Sure. So I'm a Perth local, so I grew up in a little town called Byford.
Yeah, okay.
6122 represent. It's a very, well, when I was growing up there, it was a very rural town where grew up around horses and animals, so I was always out up to no good with my brother, pretty much.
Country girl then.
Country girl, a little bit, but there wasn't too out there. It's still a bit of the city, but
Yeah, Byford's just like down the road, right?
now.
Yeah.
Back when I was there, no, not so much. Like, we didn't even have traffic lights. but now they do. Now it's like an extension of Armidale. But yeah,
No, when was this?
yeah. So like I could ride my horse to school. Like it was a sick upbringing. But I suppose at a young age, like I wouldn't say
Wait, you rode your horse to school?
yeah. You could ride your horse to school. Yeah.
That's so cool. That's really cool.
But yeah, so I suppose like my family wasn't musical per se where they performed, but we were always had music. So my parents are big Motown fans, so we were always listening to Motown and like 70s kind of soul and pop, disco. My parents moved over from the UK, so my parents grew up in Manchester.
Oh wow.
So quite a musical city. So I have two siblings. I have a sister and a brother.
Yep.
My brother liked to play guitar, and then growing up, he was always in the shed. He was always into his motorbikes and cars, and he would play a lot of like Creedence, AC/DC, Guns N' Roses, Led Zepp. So I grew up on like a big mix of different kind of music. Yeah, and so I suppose my story started in primary school. So I was always involved in everything. I was quite eager to learn and do things, and so I was in the choir at primary school. And I remember my music teacher, I think I probably was in year 3, and she was like, "You actually have a really good voice." And I was like, "Okay." And she's
In
like,
year 3?
Yeah, like
You're
I
just
think
an
I could just
innocent
hold
child.
a tune. Yeah, I was really quite young, and so like there was a few what do you call them, like performance shows at school, like talent shows, and so I entered into those and like just got my confidence there. And then I think when I told my parents, like my dad's very school educated, so as soon as I say I'm good at something, he's like, okay, how can we learn about it? How can we get a qualification in it or whatever?
That's cool though.
Yeah. And so
Start 'em young, right?
And so dad was like, all right, let's get you some singing lessons. So I started with a private tutor. I was probably about 11, I would say. So just local, operatic, which was very exciting for an 11-year-old child. But also a really great way to learn control and all the different octaves and scales and all that sort of stuff, and how to use your voice and how to use your diaphragm. So that's where I kind of started, and then it just kept evolving. So got into high school. And sorry, before that, when I was young, I also decided that I wanted to play flute, just a random instrument.
Just out of the blue. It wasn't the school, because I mean,
well,
everyone played flute,
I think
right?
my best friend in primary school was like, I really like the flute. So then, of course, I was like, I want to play the flute. So I started learning the flute and did it for 3 years, like did all my levels in music theory. And yeah, so I can read and write music, but don't ask me to play the flute because I probably can't play it anymore. So yeah,
terrible.
Yeah. So I got to high school and I was in like the band, the orchestra, went to band camp, got picked on for that, that's for sure.
You went to band
Yeah.
camp? What was band camp like? It wasn't like American Pie though, right?
I'm going to say no, it was not. I was a 13-year-old child. No, it was like a lot of people that just played music together. It was, I suppose, like school camp where it was fun. You're with all your friends, but then music was put into it. So for me, it was amazing. I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved anything I could do with music. Anytime I could listen to music, I could perform. But then I was quite shy. So as soon as I got up on stage, it was like this whole different persona came out. So it was like a little bit of where I could be myself. And as I've got older, that persona's grown, and now.
So you were a little bit shy when you were going on stage.
Yeah, my mum says to this day, she's like, "What happened to my shy little girl?" And I was like, because I would do talent shows. Like my dad, and my mum would put me through anything like that. If I said I wanted to do something, they're like, "Right, done it." I remember singing in like Carousel Shopping Centre and doing Search for a Superstar or something like that. Like any chance I could get on stage, I would do it. So I got into high school, decided flute was for losers, and wanted to learn guitar. So I started learning guitar, hated that they made me learn acoustic because I was like, nah, I want to be a rock star. I want to play electric guitar.
Yeah.
But I was really good at flamenco because I could do single notes, but get me to start doing chords and I could
Flamenco?
not. Yeah, like, like Spanish guitar.
Oh.
Again, don't ask me to perform it because I now can't do it. I'll just talk a big game. And then we got into rock bands in school. So I was the lead singer of the school rock band. Anything I could do. So fundraising to open like Performing Arts Centre at school, was involved in that. So literally my day life at school was academic. And then outside of that, I would either be guitar lessons, vocal lessons, rock band. I also did like an external secondary like music class to try and up my theory.
You
But
were just so
I
involved
just
in music.
wanted to just, music was my passion. Wasn't interested in parties or anything like that when I was younger until I got to about 15. And that's when life started to change, where I was like, okay, I want to enjoy life a bit more. But it was always, music was kind of my passion. It was where I saw myself going. But then I also had that reality in my mind where I was like, how do I make a living of this? How am I going to be a musician? In the back of my mind, I was always like, they don't make money. So then I went to, what was it? It was an audition. I found something online and they were auditioning for this TV show. I think it was called Red Cordial at the time.
That rings a bell, actually.
Yeah, I would have been 15 or 16, and it was like a kids show. I don't know if it ever actually aired, but it was like a kids show where they had like a host, and I think kids had something to do with music. So I went in to audition for that.
Raspberry Cordial, maybe?
No, I swear it was Red Cordial. But again, I don't know if it ever came to fruition.
Yeah.
Because I got through the audition stage and so it was two. There was the manager, Rachel, and another guy, I can't remember his name. And one of them wanted me and one of them wanted another girl. And I'm pretty sure it went to the other girl just based on age and experience. But then they were like, we still want to keep you on to do something else. And so I was like, okay. So went through that. And then the partnership of them ended up falling apart. And so Rachel started Rage 8 Records, where they offered me a contract. Rage is in R-A-G-E.
Oh, R-A-G-E.
Yeah, and then number 8.
Rage 8 Records.
Yeah, is it still there? Probably not. I'm old now. It would have been well before social media days.
Yeah.
That's showing my age now.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
surely I'm not far off.
So then I got signed to Rage 8 when I would have been about 16, and that was there was 5 artists, I think. And so my kind of inspiration, I suppose, like one of my big inspirations was Mariah Carey. Loved like R&B, soul, that Motown. I wanted to be like an R&B singer, but if you've heard me sing, I don't have an R&B voice. I'm very rocky country. So when I got signed, my manager was like, you're going to be a country artist. And for a 16-year-old kid that loved R&B music, I was like, no, I don't want to be a country
No, I don't want to be
artist.
Taylor
Because,
Swift.
yeah, well, back then it wasn't Taylor
Yeah,
Swift
she was
either.
around,
and like all I knew was like,
Dolly.
yeah, like, and I love Dolly, don't get me wrong, but I was just, it wasn't the kind of music that I listened to, so therefore I didn't want to perform it.
Yeah.
Love Dolly, she's amazing.
Yeah.
And so anyway, so that was kind of the drive, was I was going to be country, and the way it worked was they had 5 artists, so they had a pop artist, they had an R&B artist, they had a Christian rock artist, and therefore country music artists just kind of fit right in there. And to be fair, it was probably the best direction I could have gone in because I was so successful in that. So we were signed to I don't even know how long the contract was because my parents handled all that, obviously.
You've got the best parents.
Literally, and they're so supportive. Like whatever I've said I want to do, they're like, yeah, okay. Sure, no worries.
Yeah, that sounds all right. Yeah.
Still to this day, and I'm 38 years old, I will say that. And they're still there doing the same thing. So I was signed to write an EP. So it was a 5-record, technically album. So got into the studio. So I used to love writing my own music. So I'm a bit of a lyricist. So I started writing. I taught myself piano, just chord progressions.
You taught
very
yourself
basic.
piano?
Yeah, just from guitar,
Wow.
because I couldn't play guitar chords. So I was like, okay, let's try piano chords. So I can play very basically to get a melody.
Yep.
And then lyrics just kind of follow with that. So I started writing quite young. And then took those to the producer through the record label, and we started writing an EP. So I launched, it was called Apprentice Diva.
Apprentice Diva.
So again,
okay.
this came from my dad, because my dad always said I was in an apprenticeship. So at 16, because he couldn't deal with me not doing some kind of education. So therefore it was an apprenticeship.
Yeah. That's
and
so good.
Yeah, and my name as well. So Ashleigh Croft is obviously my stage name. And that came about from my parents as well. So that was kind of like my name chopped up. My dad and my manager coming up with that, and that kind of stuck. So I've stuck that as my name for now.
Wow, I actually thought that was your full name.
No.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
fair.
kind of.
Yeah.
Um,
Kind of.
That's my persona.
Yeah.
Ashley is my name, but
Okay, yeah. All right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so did that, and then wrote my EP, and started getting high rotation on the radio as a country music artist. It was quite easy, I suppose. 'Cause
Is
back
the
then,
EP online at all? Or?
it is. It's on iTunes.
Okay.
If you look up Ashleigh Croft, it does come up under RAJ Records. And I was on high rotation of country music, local country music artist, and got to travel. So I got to go to South by Southwest Festival, which is probably one of my biggest achievements. So if you don't know what that
South
is,
by South
South by South, so SXSW.
by S.
So SXSW is the acronym.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I think I was probably 17.
Oh, you
when I
got to
went.
go to
Yeah.
Texas.
Yeah.
Austin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So it was sick. So I took my album over there with my manager. So we traveled to America. So went to LA, Texas, went to Nashville, met with some record producers over there because obviously trying to get into the country music scene there. And I also got to perform at the Aussie Barbecue, which was an event. So South by Southwest Festival is basically a lot of musicians go to America. It's the whole town is just full of music, and there's like bars and different things, different events on. So I got to sing at the Aussie Barbecue, and there was, I think Delta Goodrem was meant to play there, but she didn't in the end. And there was oh god, I can't remember. Little Birdie played
Little
alongside.
birdie.
Yeah, like this is back in those days. And I unfortunately got super sick. So whether the travel and everything, I got a cold to the point where I lost my voice and I had to sing. And it was the most horrendous performance of my life. It was my biggest opportunity and I absolutely bombed it. Basically, I lost my voice. I was eating ginger straight out of, and garlic straight out of the jar in my hotel room, just hoping it would come out. And I sang, and it wasn't awful, but it wasn't great. And that was kind of like a bit of a letdown because I'd traveled all that way to do it. But it was still a great opportunity. I got to meet with amazing people over there that, you know, really helped my career, helped me, I suppose, discover what I wanted to do, put that passion in place.
But that's what a lot of people don't realize though as well. It's like you're traveling from Australia all the way to Texas, and then you got to go on stage, and you got to do your thing,
and your body's exhausted.
Yeah.
And we'd done LA and Nashville, I think, before Texas, so we'd already done a fair bit, and then ended there.
And like played at those places.
Yeah. No, so I didn't play. So it was
travel.
just I mean, I met with record labels, and I probably sang in a room with them, but not performing, I suppose. And I think it was like the anxiety and the stress of having to perform, knowing that I was doing this big show. So yeah, I came back from that, not disheartened, but also like a bit, I felt let down, like that I didn't perform to my best ability. But anyway, came home, kept going, auditioned for shows like Home and Away. Because I do acting as well, so I grew up kind of musical theatre.
You do
I
acting
suppose.
as well?
Yeah,
Okay.
not anymore.
Okay.
God. I mean, in my personal life.
Yeah, that's fair. Don't we all?
Yeah. So
A little bit acting.
just anything I could do to get on stage, I was up on stage, like acting, singing. I did a bit of dancing. So my manager was like, okay, let's try and get you through TV. So I had an audition for the Home and Away, didn't get that part.
Imagine if you did though.
I know.
You got on the Home and Away.
Yeah, but you know what? The part that I went for, the first scene, I think what I had to read for, she literally strips down to nothing and runs along the beat, or like strips down to a bikini. And for like a 16-year-old girl, that scared the life out of me. I was like, I don't want to do
That was the scene, but you had to do that.
No, not for the audition, but that was like one of the scenes of the show. Like the girl that I was auditioning for was a bit of a rebel, a bit of a like whatever, and it's obviously a PG show, so it wasn't anything. But yeah, I remember reading that and being like, is this what I wanted? Like there was fear.
Yeah, don't doubt that.
Yeah,
Been
but
interesting.
then so didn't get the part, but just that was my life. But there was a lot of like, I suppose, negativity that came with the industry, which most people know, and a lot of no's weren't constructive nose. So as a 16-year-old kid, I had thin skin, as you do, and now
Yeah, because
I'm
you
so
just don't
grateful
know.
for it.
Like,
Yeah, you're not sure of yourself. You've got no idea. So you'd hear things like you've got to lose weight, you've got to yeah, that was probably one of the biggest things when I was a 16-year-old kid.
I just want to quickly say, I just don't understand that because it's so prejudiced and it's so wrong. A friend of mine, she tried to get gigs in Italy, right? She's Italian as well. I'm not naming names or anything.
Yeah.
But she emailed a nightclub and they basically said, come back when you've got your cheeks done and you got your boobs are bigger.
Yeah.
And then maybe we'll be able to actually get you on for a gig.
Yeah.
And then another club was like, well, you got to come out on a date with me first. So it's like, well, what the hell does that entail? Yeah. You want to play at an Italian nightclub and you're Italian, but you've been in Australia. And then the promoter's like, well, no, you got to come hang out with me. You know, I got to get to know you properly in quotes and stuff first. Yeah. It's disgusting.
Yeah. I mean, I get it from an image point of view, and especially back then, we're talking quite a long time ago, to where we are now. I think now it's a lot more acceptable for people to be in their natural, and which is beautiful. I think
but that's like it's I would say it's a bit more relaxed now, but still the pressure of girls feeling like they can't leave the house without putting makeup on. And it's like, why though? Like, you know, the traditional thing of a guy just goes and throws a shirt on, just walks out, scruffy hair, doesn't care, right? But then why is there that pressure? Why can't a girl just do that?
I do that too.
Yeah, good.
Trust me.
Yeah, let's change it.
Today was an effort. I had a lot of sleep.
But keep going.
No. So that all came about, and then my manager was like, okay, you need to move to Sydney because that's where it's all happening. Perth was just, nothing was happening. You need to come to Sydney and we'll promote you there. So I was like, okay, cool. So packed on my bags, moved to Sydney, got an apartment there.
How old were you when you moved to Sydney?
I think I was 17.
17?
Yeah, I wasn't. I know I wasn't 18.
You had it like, this is so full on. You've been
Yeah.
to Texas.
Yeah.
And then your boss is like, by the way, you gotta pack everything and go to Sydney.
Yeah, on my own.
On your own, 17. And what were your parents like? Yeah, no, it's a good idea.
They were so supportive.
Really?
Literally, when I
good.
say my parents are supportive, anything I say I want to do, like there's probably times that they're like, think that through, Ashleigh.
Yeah.
But,
At least they'll do that.
Yeah.
Encouragement, being like, I don't know about it.
That's the best idea you've had, but do you?
Yeah.
So yeah, they supported me while I moved to Sydney because obviously I couldn't support myself. So I got an apartment in King's Cross. Such a classy. Yeah. I got a job in a local, like a retail store, for the day because obviously music wasn't going to pay the bills. And just unfortunately, once I got there, I kind of felt that I wasn't supported by my team.
Okay.
To the point where it was like I wasn't getting gigs, I wasn't getting auditions, I wasn't really progressing in my career. And I was just working and living there. So my parents were kind of like, what's the point of you being there?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
It's not getting anywhere. And I was like, I didn't have the confidence or probably the drive to go out and do it myself. And that was kind of the expectation, I think. Like my manager was there to help, but she was kind of, and it was probably a way to try and give me that growth of, you know, that hunger. Let's get you out there. Let's do it. Because so far my career had been helped by everyone around me. It was like, you've got to be the one to push this kind of thing. So I lived there for probably, I can't even remember how long, probably 8 months or something like that. Came back to Perth.
How was that though? Like, did you feel a bit deflated?
Yeah, I just felt a bit deflated. I was kind of like, okay, well, that didn't work. So what's next?
Yeah, because that's it. Because like you've reached the stars. I'm going to move to Sydney, and maybe this is
and
the
you've got
right
this
direction.
idea in your head.
Yeah.
And like I think I said to you before we started the podcast, like I've always had people, or probably more recently, people say to me, "What's your passion?" or "What's your purpose in life?" And it's really hard. And I admire people that can answer that straight out because it's something that I struggle with. Like I love music and I love singing, whether that's where I wanted to go. But as a child, I would lay awake at night dreaming of being on a stage at, say, Madison Square Garden. Like that was me. I wanted to be Mariah Carey. I wanted to be the star of the show. And as you get older and you miss those opportunities or whatever, but I think life happens the way it's meant to happen. You kind of lose that dream a little bit. It taps away a little bit. But yeah, I came home and I was kind of like, okay, now what? What's next? And so I can't remember how it unfolded, but Australian Idol was big back then.
It's always been big. Right?
Yeah, but this was probably in the peak. And
Like
so
Guy
I went to my
Sebastian days?
manager. Yeah, it would have been
Yeah.
potentially, because I was 17, so I was only just I wasn't able to audition the year before. So it was like this year. And I went to my manager and I was like, I think I want to do the TV show. And she was like, okay, well, you can't in the contract that you're in, which is fair enough. And I was like, okay. And she's like, but I can release you if that's what you want to do. Because I think it had got to a point where it wasn't going to progress with the label.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like we're at a stale
That's
point.
good that they can release you in a way.
Yeah.
Because, you know, from what I've heard with record labels, there's some sort of monetary thing. It's like, oh, I can release you, but you owe us money.
Yeah. And I don't remember how it happened, but I did get released and I ended up auditioning and it was absolutely horrendous.
Really?
I got all the way to the camera side of things. And I sang, I think it was Sweet Home Alabama, which is probably not the best song to audition with, to be honest. It doesn't show any kind of capability whatsoever. Literally. Right? And then I got told, you know, to give up. Basically, I was no good. No, it wasn't constructive. The criticism I got wasn't
really.
No, and I was young and like it hurt. I walked out of there. I didn't react because I like to think that I'm intelligent. But I knew, I was like, this is a TV show at the end of the day. They want viewers. They want that. So I didn't react. So I wasn't on the show. You wouldn't see me if you looked it up, which is great. I'm grateful for that because I wouldn't want to be on TV crying because that's exactly how my audition ended. And then
sorry to hear.
Yeah, thanks. So there I kind of came out of it with that mentality of like, am I a bad singer and no one's telling me? And they're just, everyone around me is being that supportive, like, you're amazing, but you're not. And my mum's like, Ashleigh, no, like, listen to your music, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so I was like, okay, where do we go from here? So then I still had my producer that I was writing my EP with. So he was like, let's start an album. And he's like, but you have to invest in it. And I was like, this is my hard-earned money. Like, I work hard for this. So I was like, okay. So I invested my money into this album. So I started writing my album with him, and it was more rock focused. So I think a lot of my challenges was the country music side of things. It just wasn't where I wanted to go. So we started to lean more towards rock. And during the time that I was writing my EP, I'd really learnt my sound. I think before that I sang with my head voice a lot. So then I started to learn about chest voice and changing between the two.
Interesting.
And he really helped me grow as a singer and to learn my sound and all that sort of thing. So I started writing my rock album and really loved it. And this was songs that were from me. At this point, I was 19. So I'd had a little bit more life experience, dated a little bit more, so had some, heartbroken stories, all that sort of stuff. So my lyrics had a little bit more meaning. As a 19-year-old kid, you really know life.
Yeah.
So
I miss Dave.
Yeah. Someone called me fat at school.
Yeah.
So I started writing that and got momentum again. Everything that I've done, and it's such a shame that I didn't keep doing it, but everything I've done, I've always been quite successful at it, but just not enough. I didn't have that kick to keep me going.
Yeah.
And got to a point where he was like, okay, you need to stop like partying and whatnot as a 19-year-old kid. And this has to be your focus. So you need to be rehearsing every night. You need to be practicing. You need to be writing. You need to be doing this. Gigs, this, pushing it, blah, blah, blah. And it became such a chore that I was starting to resent my talent. And I was like, I don't think I want to do this anymore. I don't love it anymore. I've lost the passion. The whole reason I sang was because I loved it. And I was like,
turns into
that's
a job.
Gone.
Right.
Yeah. And so I was gigging with his band as well. So we were playing in Perth. And I was just like, this is just, like I was sleeping in my car at gigs because I was so exhausted. I was not enjoying it anymore.
Did you have far to travel though, or was it just?
So I was living in Byford and I was performing in the city.
Yeah, so that's.
And I didn't drink. I didn't drink back then. So I would drive everywhere, but I was so exhausted. I I wasn't really working hard, let's be honest, like
Yeah.
in my day job. But
Yeah.
yeah.
But it'd still be like a 30-minute drive and you finish at midnight
Yeah.
and you've just
Yeah,
sung your
yeah.
heart out
Yeah.
and you're just exhausted.
And I just started to resent that I was good at something. And I was like, this is not what I want to do. I want to live my life and enjoy life. And it was a blessing in a way, because I think, as I said earlier, I think everything happens for a reason. I think the universe puts everything in front of you as it's meant to be. And had I become successful at that age, who knows where I would be now. And so I decided, that's it. I'm not going to do it anymore. And I gave up, and I didn't sing for 10 years.
That's
think.
wild.
Yeah.
That's so full on.
Yeah, I just went, this is not me anymore. And I think it probably hurt my parents a little bit, because they'd invested so much in me to do it, but not from that side of things. I think it was more that they saw the potential. They saw how much I loved it when I was on stage.
Yeah.
To then hear me go, don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah,
It
just
was
put it on the back burner.
yeah. Yeah. But it was always there. I think I always still had that connection with music. It was just, I don't want to be on a stage. I don't want to have to sit and write music and feel obliged to do it.
Had you tried doing like cover music or anything by then as well? Or-
So when I was in the band with his band, yes, it was a cover band.
Okay, yeah,
so
yeah.
loved that. I
Yeah.
absolutely loved performing other people's songs.
Okay.
And that's how I got to where I am now.
Yeah.
Performing my own songs, I think, was, I always had this fear of judgment, because they're my lyrics. They
Yeah.
were from me. And so having people judge what I sang and what I wrote, it was quite like personal, I suppose. And I
Yeah,
I
it is,
understand
yeah.
from everyone's kind like that, everyone that writes their own lyrics and stuff, I get it. So when I sang other people's music, absolutely loved it. That's where I thrived. So gave up for a long time. And then I think I was like, I'm ready to maybe do the cover thing and find a band and start doing some music. So I can't even remember how, but I met a guy with a band, and he was like, yep, come audition. And they had 3 singers. So they had a male singer and 2 female singers.
And so you would have been the third female singer.
No, as in I was one of the 2 female.
Okay, yeah,
and
yeah.
the male singer was he'd done the cruise ship
touring
and stuff. So he
Yeah.
had an amazing voice. Like, he was so talented.
But
And
with cruise ship touring though, that's like you disappear for like 6 months at a time.
well, no,
though.
so he'd finished that and was coming to do the band. The band was going to be a side thing for him, but he wasn't touring on the ships anymore.
Okay,
But he
yeah.
had that real, his voice was amazing, but it was different to mine. And then the other female singer, she was also in musical theatre, but she had an amazing voice as well. Our vocals just didn't mesh. Like, I feel like it was trying to be quite cruise liney, but then rock at the same time, because the band was a rock band.
Yeah.
And it wasn't working. Like, I loved rehearsing and loved getting into it, but it just kind of flopped, and it was like, this isn't working. Let's stop. So I was like, yep, cool. I traveled for a bit, went to Europe, and then came back, and I was like, okay, I'm ready. So just went on Facebook and put up an ad to say I'm a singer, haven't sang for a long time, but looking to get back into it just as a hobby. And then the bass player of the Midnight Jokers that I'm now with, they reached out to me and said, do you want to come audition? And I was like, yeah, cool. So went in for an audition, and I was probably the rustiest I've ever been after not performing for 10 years. Like,
Yeah.
thank
I'm not
them that
surprised,
they
yeah.
took a chance on me, and they were like, yeah, you've got something. And that's probably what I've heard my whole life, is that I've got that extra, whatever it is, that when you perform, something comes out that people want to watch. And so started playing with them, and we just started messing around, and for a long time it was just us jamming.
And this is you here, right?
yeah.
Oh, there's a promo photo right there.
Yeah, that was up in Onslow, I believe. We opened up for the Choir Boys.
Oh, you opened up for the Choir Boys.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's sick.
That's really cool.
Yeah, we've had some awesome gigs. We've also played.
That's Ocean's there, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
We opened up for Birds of Tokyo as well.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's really cool though.
yeah,
Oh, so that's the full band there
that's
then.
us.
And so the bass player, which one was the bass player?
So that's Nick and Ads. So they swap between the two.
Oh, they
So
swapped
they
between
both
bass.
play guitar and bass.
That's really cool, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And so it was just like a come in, do an interview, and,
And
then
at
like,
that time,
you got it.
so Nick, Adam, and at the time was Scruffy. They were in a band with another band, and that kind of fell apart. The singer went somewhere else.
Yep.
And then they were like, let's start a new band. So that's how it started. So myself and Manolo, who's the drummer, we came in separately.
Yep.
And then, yeah, like I said, for a long time, we were just jamming together and just enjoying music and getting back into it. It's probably the best way I could have done it, because I was like, okay, I'm learning to love music again. And then we started with like, we didn't get gigs, just never got gigs, like, or we'd get one every now and then. It was definitely not.
How long ago was this? Because this is like 2019 stuff?
Yeah, so I think we started together 7-8 years ago now.
475 weeks. Oh, 2017. There you go.
I was like, please don't make me do that.
Yeah, no, I was trying to think like 475 weeks.
Yeah.
But 2017, so it's coming up to your 10-year anniversary.
Yeah, it would be. So there was years that we didn't gig. We just jammed, and like, well, we'd do, you know, a few gigs here and there, maybe one gig a month here and there, but definitely wasn't a regular thing. Yeah, that was us doing a demo.
That's a cool photo.
Yeah.
Cool press pic.
So we started out as a 5-piece, and went.
I can tell you're so excited in that photo.
That was doing a video.
You got that little smirk. It was like, yeah,
because
this is gonna be good.
Working with 4 boys, let me tell you, trying to organise 4 boys is an absolute mission. But yeah, they're
love
like,
it though, right?
Yeah, they're like my family now. But yeah, so they came along and they kind of restored my passion for music and got me back on stage. They were patient with me. Like I said, when I auditioned for them, I was definitely not at the caliber that I am now. And we kind of, and anyone that's been in a band knows that you've really got to get along and you've got to learn each other. And now when you guys see us on stage, we are having the best time when we're up there. We have jokes, we have inside jokes. The daggers that I give the boys when they make the wrong song on the wrong note. It's like,
you just look at them.
Yeah,
like,
literally, I'm like, what was that? The best is when Ads is going to do a solo and I'm like, let's see if he nails this, shall we? But they're amazing musicians too. Like they're artists in their own field. So.
But that's what it comes down to, right?
Yeah.
It's like, is he going to do the solo? Oh, he's doing it. Can he nail it? That's the fun of it.
It's usually no, he cannot.
It's usually not. But that's what makes it so good, right? That's the stage presence.
And
it's like, it's being human on stage.
And we're high energy. Like if you watch our shows, we're jumping around. Nick and Ads are getting on each other's shoulders. Like it's what we love doing. We don't do it for anything other than passion. It's a hobby. And we've been fortunate enough to secure some awesome gigs.
Yeah, well, you opened up for Birds of Tokyo.
Yeah, so that was up in Onslow.
Cool.
And we get a lot of like regional stuff. Rodeos, love the rodeos.
Yeah.
They're wild. And it's funny because I've done a full 360. I absolutely love country music now. Like I'm begging the boys to do more country music. We do such, So our genre is rock. We do classic rock. So a lot of like, I'm doing AC/DC, Led Zepp. I was going to say Bon Jovi, but I actually don't do any Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
We try and adapt some newer stuff into it to get the dance floor going. But what we love is like 70s rock. That's Nick. Nick is a Van Halen obsessive.
Ooh. Nick?
Yeah.
Which?
Keep Going Up. That one. That one.
Yeah, I can say a little bit of Van Halen.
Oh, he's obsessed. If you sit in the car with him, it's literally Van Halen.
It's all just Van
So if we've got a gig up north, I'm like, I'm not in the car with Nick. Nick is not running the radio because I'm not listening to Van Halen for 4 hours.
Yes. Well, how often do you travel then? So how often do you get regional gigs these days?
No, not as much as we used to. So probably when we first started, that was most of the gigs we would get. And I'm talking like one every couple of months. Like it wasn't, we were up in Geraldton, playing at Geraldton
Would
Hotel.
you ever do fly in, fly out gigs?
Yeah, so we've started doing, like I said, Onslow. They get us up there for their fishing trips.
How far away is Onslow again?
Oh, God, the flight.
I always
not
thought
even
for some
gonna
reason
say,
it's just a
'cause
little
I'm
bit
gonna
north.
sound really dumb.
It's not north of Geraldton. Very north of Geraldton. Yeah, holy dooly.
Yeah.
It's north of Exmouth.
And I'm not seeing a car for that drive.
No.
We drove to Kalgoorlie together.
Yeah.
that was a stretch.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no,
To
we
go
have
from
a
Perth
good time.
all the way.
Yeah.
Where's Kalgoorlie again?
Up to the left and then go up.
Newman.
Got Newman. No, there it is. Go scroll out. Is it there? Oh no. I don't even know.
Yeah, neither. Kalgoorlie's
Look,
around here
math
somewhere.
and geology is clearly not mine.
Yeah. No, that's epic though. That's really cool. Though.
Yeah.
And so, like, I mean, when you were doing the Onslow, that was in the car. Or was that flying though?
No, Onslow we flew. We drove there as well.
You drove. Yeah.
Yeah. But Ads loves fishing, so he fishes on the way. So it's a bit of a
Yeah.
holiday. It's cool to do like regional gigs.
It is.
It's
Yeah.
like a little holiday.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I've only done a rodeo once.
Okay.
But that was so much fun.
Yeah.
So much fun. Playing
Yeah.
Thunderstruck and everyone just goes loose to
Yeah.
it.
They're
People
the
doing
best
skids in the
crowds. I love
parking lot.
it.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
But that's it. Usually the country gigs are when they get really rowdy and just have a bit of fun, and get
Yeah.
a bit of loose. So
Everyone's doing a shoey.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Have you ever done a shoey on stage?
No, I refuse to drink out of my own shoe.
Yeah, good. Yeah. See, I
You're
couldn't-
up there. You're sweaty.
Yeah, I can't do it either. It's just not my thing.
Each to their own.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. But then,
yeah.
so with the gigs, like, what's been some of your highlights though? Because it sounds like you've done quite a bit. Like,
Yeah, I'd say opening up Chainsmokers, sorry, the Choir Boys was sick. That was like meeting them. We were like in their green room, like just hanging out with them as well. And I think even one song they tried to get me up on stage, but I actually didn't know it. Like didn't know the lyrics. I was like, I'm not getting up there. I'm not gonna be
Yeah, I
here.
don't know the words.
Don't know the words.
Okay. You can be the backing vocals.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just humming away, like.
But just yeah, I love being on stage. I love playing for anything, anyone.
Well, there's just a magic about it, isn't there?
Yeah, and like I said, this persona comes over me, and it's like all this confidence that comes out, and I just love seeing people happy. I love making people have a good time, and like being up on stage and then people coming up being like, thank you, I had such a good night, is so rewarding, and that's why we do it. I think you showed a video before of like a little kid was up on stage, and it
Yeah.
was so cute. He was just sitting at the front and he was so excited, and I was like, get him up on stage, handed him the tambourine, and he was just like this, and I'm like, just those kind of moments where they'll go home and be like, oh my God, I got up on stage with the band and played a tambourine. I'm like, it's just, that's why we do it. We absolutely love it.
That's it. Where was that? I just pulled that up just before. But
There
that's
it is.
what I mean. Oh, where? Sorry.
The green one.
Oh, the green
Yeah.
one. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
But that's it. It's the little things,
He
right?
loved it.
But that's what a lot of people forget. Where it's like they'll go to a gig, and if they go and have the like, say if someone comes to your gig, right,
Mm-hmm.
and they're dancing, they're singing, they're getting straight into it, they'll go away and just be like, I just had the time of my life.
Yeah.
I just had the best night.
Yeah.
I don't even know those people.
Yeah.
But wow,
And
the
we
energy.
get booked for like weddings or like birthdays.
Oh
and
wow. Okay.
It's amazing that like those are like lifetime events that people, you know, are going to remember forever.
Yeah.
And when you're playing and they're dancing and having an amazing time, and at the end of the night they come up and they're like, thank you so much, that literally made the event. Like that's so rewarding for us, because
Yeah.
it's like, okay, because I warn them, but we get asked quite a lot, oh, can you do weddings? And I'm like, we can, but we're a rock band. We're not playing love songs and, you know,
Yeah.
and so I make sure that they're aware, but people love it. They're like, nah, that's what we want to hear. Like Summer of 69, you know, all that sort of stuff. They love it. So
How many weddings have you done then?
not that many. I
Yeah.
want to say maybe 3 or 4, like some
Yeah.
engagement parties as well. Like
Yeah.
Ads and I started doing some acoustic as
Okay.
well, just the 2-piece.
Yeah.
We did that for a bit, but again, you kind of lose that. I love the stage presence, the live band sound. It's a little bit more raw when you're acoustic, so we haven't really continued that.
How are they doing walking into the crowd without people stepping on cables and pulling cables
Oh
out?
no, so they're wireless.
They're wireless.
Yeah,
They have to be
it's
wireless,
usually a
surely.
disaster.
Yeah.
Then Adam's dropped Nick a few times.
Really? Off
Yeah.
his back?
Yeah.
Oh my God, literally.
But
like,
they make it work. They finish it. Like there's been one time we did a charity event, and Ads went. I think he tried to squat, and then there was a table and he fell, and Nick just kind of fell into a push-up, and his guitar went like, "Nyum," and it just kind of worked with the push-up, and it was the best thing ever.
That's so cool.
But yeah, we just have a laugh, we have fun. They fall off tables, whatever. But yeah.
So where are your residencies then? Because you obviously play at Oceans.
So Oceans, we play pretty much every second weekend there.
Oh, is it every second?
Well, kind of, it works out. So there's a rotation between the bands, but we're usually there twice a month.
Okay.
And that's kind of it. We were playing in the city a few times, but
Whereabouts was that?
we were at Universal Bar.
Yeah, Unibar. Yep.
And we were at Convenience when that was open.
Oh, yep.
We've also done what the new Convenience is. I can't remember what it's called now.
Henry Summers.
Yeah, we did that. But
yeah, it was interesting. Did you hear what happened with Convenience?
No.
So it's a bit sad in a way, and it's a bit like down the dumps because some guys opened it with the love for music.
Yeah.
And so it was just music.
Yeah.
That's what Convenience was supposed to be.
Yeah.
But then because of prices and costing and no one drinking and no one partying and no one going out as much, then they couldn't afford to pay some of the bands.
Yeah, okay.
So then the bands turned to social media and got a bit aggressive and annoyed.
Yeah.
To which then that backfired on the venue. So the venue's saying like, we're trying to, but we can't even stand on our own 2 feet at the moment. Because public liability insurance is killing all the venues at the moment.
Yeah.
But that ended up backfiring on them, and they basically had to pass it on.
Yeah.
Because all of their it's not so much dirty laundry, but their laundry got shown to the public, basically. Yeah. They were trying to do the right thing. Yeah. They're trying to be good about it.
Yeah.
But it's just, people want to get paid, which is fair. Everyone's got to get food on the table.
Yeah.
But then the love for music and the love for trying just to put shows on, and then you just got to make money somehow. It's like the coffee raves as well. I don't know how they make any money.
Yeah.
How do you pay a DJ $80, $100 an hour and you get 6 DJs?
On coffee beans would be ridiculous.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
And you're selling a coffee for what? $5.50?
Yeah. So you have to sell what, like 500? Like, well, you probably
maybe some. Yeah.
Yeah. Like you'd have to sell a lot.
Like, it is sad because the nightlife in Perth has definitely, like, there's not as many live venues as there was probably when I started when I was 16. That's for sure.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, rest in peace, the Sewing Room, Scotto with the Velvet Lounge and stuff like that. So, like, all those different venues are around, and then it's just like noise complaints and just money and people. Yeah. And like, the fruit factories popping up, like ice cream factory and stuff. And it's like every year everyone just goes to that instead.
Yeah.
They don't want to go to their local brick and mortar venues anymore so much.
People can afford it these days too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Claremont Hotel, if you want a large glass of Pinot Noir, you can spend, I think it's $27 for a large glass of wine.
Yeah.
I mean, you can buy 2 bottles for that. Like, almost 2 bottles. It's a bit ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
But that's
Times are tough.
Cost of living, right?
Yeah.
I strongly believe that whoever can invent something that's like alcohol, that's the same as alcohol, but doesn't have the poison aspect to it, I think they'll become a millionaire.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, if only somehow. And they tried 0% alcohol, right?
Yes.
You gotta reverse the tables, like just take the bad part out and leave the good stuff.
But you know what? Like, I'm that kind of person that I'd love going to a live venue, like a live event, and I don't need to drink. You don't need alcohol to go to a live event. You don't need anything but the band. Like, obviously the venue needs something to make revenue from, but like some of the venues now charge a door fee, and I'm like, that's fair. If that's what you're gonna have to.
Well, see, Oceans does that. I asked the security guard, and they actually do that occasionally. But it makes sense to keep the venue alive.
Yeah, they've kind of got to. Like, yeah.
That's it. And like, I mean, sure, you can go to Scarborough Beach Bar, other places where it's all free entry, just walk in and go get dinner and stuff. But Oceans is more of a live. Like, do they do food there as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. But then it's like, I wouldn't say it's more of a restaurant. I'd say that's more of a live music venue. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, you might go get chips or maybe a chicken palmy, maybe if they sell that.
Yeah.
But you prefer, people would probably prefer to go Peach Pit for a burger or something instead.
Yeah.
So it's all changing. It's all up in the air of what's going to happen, because live music venues shouldn't disappear.
No.
But they're getting few and thin.
They are. But I suppose the way of the world is there's different platforms now to get your music out there. So we're fortunate that we live in a society where there is opportunity that didn't exist before.
Yeah.
So if you are a struggling musician and you do want to get your stuff out there, or if it is something that you just want to do as a passion project, there's so many more platforms to be able to do it now. And I think with live venues as well, you've got the competition. There's so many amazing bands in Perth. There's so many amazing performers in Perth. So there is opportunity out there. It's just putting out your stuff.
Yeah.
And I think we were talking about it earlier. It's so much work on top of a daily life that...
Well, I was going to ask, who does your social media for the Midnight Jokers?
That's all me.
It's all you.
Yeah.
You're doing good at it.
Thanks.
Yeah,
The boys
you're
are
doing
no
really
help
good.
whatsoever. I tag them in stories. They don't share it.
But this is the funny thing though, right? Because it's like, if they're not sharing and stuff like that, it's not really the end of the day, because you're still rocking out and having fun.
Yeah.
But it's like, as a musician or as an artist, it has to go hand in hand now. You know, a long time ago, one of my best mates told me, it's like, if you're going to be a DJ, you need to be a graphic designer, you need graphic designer, business manager, you need to be all over marketing, like social medias, you just need to be the musician as well.
Yeah.
But so many people that come through this podcast, you know, they just learning how to do invoices, or they're just learning this, or just learning that.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's no real like school in a way to really show you, like,
School of Hard Knocks.
yeah, that's it. Like, because it's like, you know, they still will show you, like, say Lab 6, you know, and Lab 6 will go through how to make music.
Yeah.
But then they might have a unit, just a small unit on the business side of things.
Yep.
But you kind of like expected to just know.
Yeah.
Have you ever had any like unpaid invoices or anything like that?
No.
Yeah, see, I've never had an unpaid invoice ever. But I've had some interesting situations where like a bar is shut.
Yeah.
And with the bar shutting, it turns out it's because the guy was laundering money into other bars and the whole lot.
Yeah.
So they've given me cash, because I've gone there and being like, well, you're 2 weeks late.
Yeah.
I need my money.
Yeah.
But they're giving me cash because they're just on their way out.
Yeah.
But other than that, I've never not had a paid invoice.
Yeah.
And I've heard so many horror stories where invoices aren't getting paid for months. But then why aren't they getting paid? Like, just incorrect details, or what could it possibly be?
Yeah.
Because it's business to business, right?
Yeah.
But there's just like, it's the entertainment side of it, but there's the business side of it.
Yeah. And that's it. It's a business at the end of the day. But I mean, like I
Yeah.
said to you, for us, it's a hobby.
Exactly.
We're
And
not-
that's what makes it so good,
This,
right?
yeah, this is not our everyday life. We do it because we love it. We gig, you know, we're not full-time musicians. We're not gigging all the time. This is our little family that we jam, we rehearse together, we play together, we have fun together, like,
Yeah.
and we do it all because we want to see people like smiling and having a good time.
Yeah. Well, just look at this. This is a perfect video.
Yeah.
Look at the cowboys in the front.
Yeah, I love it. The boys
Absolutely.
go wild.
Yeah.
They really enjoy it.
But look how many people are there, and they've probably just had the time of their lives. They've just like gone there and gone, we don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
Midnight Jokers are playing,
Yeah.
rock band.
Yeah.
Hopefully they play some cool rock and roll. And then look at you guys.
Yeah, I love it when they come up and they're like, have a request, and it's like something we've never heard of before, and I'm like, I'm sorry, we can't play that.
Yeah. It happens though.
I
but-
say it all the time. I'm like, look, if you've got a request, come up and ask for it. But majority of the time, we don't even know the songs that we actually do play. So good luck with that.
Yeah. So we're running out of time, but like, where do you see yourself with the music, and what would you like to be doing in music? Like, I don't know.
I love to be doing what I'm doing. Like,
Yeah. You're happy.
I
being...
never want to get to the stage again where I resent my talent. I don't have passion for it. It feels like a chore. My weekend is performing, and I'm so fortunate that I get to do that, and I love it. I get off that stage and it's like it's a high, it's an aphrodisiac or whatever. I'm still writing every now and then, not to the extent that I was before, but that's more cathartic than anything else.
Yeah.
So my writing is more a therapy.
Yep.
So yeah, I think I'd love to still have music in my life. I don't want fame and fortune.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in the eye.
It's just fascinating though, right? Because it's like when we're young, we get told to reach for the stars, and it's like such a small percentage of people that do get to travel around the world and do play, you know, Madison Square and do this and do that. But at the same time, it's like we reach for the stars and we find our position.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
And then we stay at that. You decide if you want to stay at that position or move on or do whatever. But it's like just reaching a position where you inspire people, but you're still inspired is so important.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's community stuff.
Yeah.
Like people look at, I can imagine girls and guys would go to Oceans and see you singing and being like, oh my God, this is the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
But then it's like you're just like a local Perth girl hanging out, right?
Yeah.
And just having a sing.
And the amount of times that people come up and go, oh my God, you should do this like as a career. And I'm like,
I've retried that.
yeah. I'm like, no, I love it. I love what I do. I love coming and singing for you guys and performing at the local bar and just,
just having a good
just
time.
having a good time. We're just jamming,
Yeah.
really.
That's
Like, gigs are rehearsals. A lot of the time. No, I'm joking.
That's fair. That's fair. No, all right. Well, yeah. It's been good. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, this has been good fun.
Thank you.
So, yeah, where can people find you?
Yeah, so look us up on Instagram, Facebook, The Midnight Jokers.
Yep.
And we play down at Oceans. Check their socials. They'll post when we're playing. I post when we're playing. And come down and say hi. If you do want any private gigs or want to book us for anything, hit us up on social media and we'll get back to you.
Yep. And then I'll share links and stuff like that in the comment section and stuff.
Awesome.
So thank you so much, Ash. This
Thank
has
you
been
for having
good. This has been really good. So let's have a look. Who have we got coming up next week? So with the bookings, I was saying to you just before, like I'm between Busselton and Perth now all the time, so it's a little bit difficult. I was supposed to have Frengo on. Frengo, it's gonna be interesting. So this is he's European. I can't remember what nationality is, but he does like masseuse and yoga stuff.
Cool.
But with doing that, he incorporates music into it because he's also a DJ. So we're going to dive into the world of the music side of meditation.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it'll be a bit of fun.
Very cool.
And then the week after, we also have Sam Vincent coming on. So Sam has just gotten into the scene. She's quite young, I think like 19 maybe or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's a DJ. She's trying to make her mark on the scene, which is really cool. And yeah, get her on to talk about what she gets up to and the gigs and make her name for herself. So,
awesome. Love it.
Should be good. So stay safe out there and we'll see you guys soon. But thank you so much for watching and thank you so much, Ash, for being a part of this. And yeah, we'll see you soon. So